Hey friend, welcome back to the Anchored with Purpose podcast. Can you believe that we have less than 90 days left in this year? Here's the truth. A lot of people will coast through these final weeks. They'll tell themselves, I'll start fresh in January. But what if we didn't wait? What if we finished the year strong and entered the new year with momentum, clarity, and peace? Ecclesiastes 7:8 tells us, better is the end of a thing than its beginning. How we finish matters. And today, I want to walk you through some practical and faith-filled ways to finish the year strong, with intention, with grace, and with purpose. Let's talk about why finishing strong matters. Think about it like this, like a runner in a race. Even if they stumble or fall somewhere in the middle, it's that final stretch that sticks in people's memory and in their own. That's why coaches train athletes to push through and finish well. And the same is true in our lives. You don't need a perfect year to finish strong. You just need intention. Studies show that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. By February. Why? Because people expect January 1st to just magically change everything. But those who succeed, those are the ones who start building momentum before the new year even starts. John Maxwell puts it this way: small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. So let's think back. What are some of those goals that you set for yourself? And I want you to think about kind of where you're doing with those now, because we're going to talk about those next. And some of those goals that you set, you might have crushed them. You might have achieved that goal. Others, well, did you maybe forget about them? That's okay. Here's what I want you to do. Pull out your planner or your journal. Look at those goals that you wrote down. Which ones still matter to you? Which ones still resonate? Which ones are still applicable in your life? And which ones still spark something in your heart? Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. You know that I am a big believer in writing things down. It brings clarity, it helps us focus on it, and it also activates the brain's reticular activating system. Now, it just was reflecting on the book Atomic Habits lately. And in it, author James Clear reminds us of this. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That means it's not just enough to dream. It's not just enough to have that goal. We need simple systems that support these dreams. And friend, this is why I created the Anchored with Purpose planner. That planner gives us the systems we need to make those big dreams and goals happen. So here's a little planning tip for you. I want you to pick one unfinished goal and ask, what is the next right step that I can take in the next 7 days? I'm not even saying the next 85 days. I'm saying, what step can you take in the next 7 days? Don't try to do it all. Just one clear step that will move you closer. And let me share this with you. So one of my goals that I had written down was that I wanted to get into the best shape of my life. I wanted to achieve my goal weight and goal size that I had been writing down in my planner, honestly, for the last several years. And a little over halfway through the year, I realized I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't actually working every day to make that dream happen and to make that goal happen. So I guess it was the end of April, I joined a challenge at my gym and I started putting in the work every single day to help me achieve that goal. And as I got closer to it, I started realizing there's some other steps I need to take too. So first, it was getting to the gym every day. Then it was starting to work on my nutrition. And I'll be honest and say, over the summer, I didn't focus on nutrition as much. Still got to the gym, but hadn't been focusing on it. And then just joined another challenge at the gym, which, by the way, it's such a fun way to work on your different health and fitness goals. But one of the things that I found was they have this great thing there. It is a scale that you step on. And it measures not just your body weight, it measures your fat, it measures your skeletal muscle tissue. And it even goes as far as to tell you how much your arms weigh and how much each leg weighs. It's actually crazy. It's called the InBody. And in this, I found that I gained 3 pounds of muscle. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't step on this InBody. But the important thing is that we are looking at our goals and we can readjust too. So I might think, oh gosh, I gained 3 pounds. No, I gained 3 pounds of muscle. Here's the good news, friend. Finishing strong doesn't necessarily mean adding more to your plate. It means anchoring into the habits that keep you steady. So we talked a little bit about atomic habits, and I want you to think about it this way. What are those teeny, tiny, little, microscopic atomic habits that you can work into your day that are going to help you achieve those goals? Now, research shows that 45% of what we do daily is habit driven. That means habits carry us further than motivation ever will. So instead of hustling, I want you to ask yourself, what habit will keep me grounded in faith? So maybe this is picking up my phone, and rather than going to social media, I'm going to go to the Bible app and spend some time in there. Maybe it is taking 5 to 10 minutes of silent prayer in the morning, or listening to praise and worship music in the kitchen or the car instead of other music. I want you to ask yourself this: what habit will move me closer to my goals? So this might be setting out your planner the night before so that you can start the day with focus. It could be having everything prepped and ready for the next day, for the gym, for your meals. It could be just as simple as meal planning and prepping just to set you up for success. And then I want you to think about what habit will keep me joyful. And this can be so simple, just as simple as writing down a win or two from the day that you just had. This will help you not just with gratitude, but just celebrating, wow, it really was a great day today. And I have to tell you, when I do take time to jot down what my wins are, I just realize, oh wow, what felt like a really busy day, wow, that was just such a win that I got to connect with this person today. Or that I had a meeting that just felt so productive, I felt like we had a breakthrough. Whatever it is, it feels so good to write those down. Now, here's another way to help you end the year strong. And this is using your planner as a tool. This is where planning really comes alive. And you've heard me say this before, but the Anchored with Purpose planner isn't just a to-do list. It's a faith and a life tool. So we've talked about how the top right corner is for prayer requests. So when someone shares a need or when you see something on social media, you can write it down so that you can actually pray for them. And it's a great way of carrying out Galatians 6:2 into real life. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. We talked a little bit about the weekly wins, and in that bottom right corner, we can jot all of those down. And this helps us stay true to what Philippians 4:8 reminds us, and it's to focus on what is good, true, and praiseworthy. So by jotting down those wins, whether it can be even something like having dinner together as a family or finishing a project, can shift your heart towards gratitude and joy. And then your weekly planning. So we're going to plan out for the week in those 15-minute increments to help us stay focused and to help us get things done. But then also when you take a look at your month as a whole, you're choosing those 3 big goals that you want to achieve, and you're giving yourself those action steps to achieve them. You then can carry them through into your weekly spread, so that way you're giving yourself the opportunity to accomplish those tasks that are going to help you achieve those big goals. And you're going to keep doing that month after month until you have achieved that goal. And I'll tell you how good it feels when you can go through all 3 goals from the month and say, did I do all of these action steps to help move me closer to my goal? And even if you didn't check them all off, checking off most of them feels really good. It shows that, wow, maybe I didn't reach that goal just yet, but I really did work towards that goal this month, and that feels good. And that, friend, That is what helps you build up that momentum and the confidence that you can achieve those big goals. So, friend, don't wait until January 1st to start dreaming. I want you to begin now. Matthew Kelly in The Dream Manager says, most people spend more time planning their summer vacation than planning their life. Let's not be most people. Just jot down, like, what are you hoping for? And even if your goals that you've got for yourself for the next year are totally different than the goals that you set for 2025, that's okay. I have to tell you, some of mine are different. One of my big goals that I set for myself for 2025, I realized that it doesn't align with what I really want to be doing. So that goal is getting scrapped, and it's a brand new goal that I'm starting now and carrying through 2026. So it's okay if those goals don't line up with who you were at the beginning of 2025. This is why it's so important to readjust, because if I would continue focusing on that goal from 2025 that no longer serves me, that no longer is going to help me accomplish what I really want to be doing, then I'd be wasting my time. So I'm giving you that same permission. Evaluate those goals that you set and just see which ones maybe aren't in alignment with what you really want, and pick which ones are. And I want you to ask yourself, what dreams has God put on my heart for the next 12 months? So think about that. What dreams has God put on my heart for the next 12 months? Here's another question I have for you. If failure weren't an option, what would I step into? I love that one. If failure weren't an option, what would I step into? And then here is my last one for you. What small seed can I plant before December 31st to carry momentum into the new year? So friend, you don't need to coast. You don't need to wait for January. We've got just under 90 days left, and that's enough to pray, enough to dream, and enough to take one step closer to your purpose. Friend, you've got this. If you haven't already, grab your free copy of the Anchored with Purpose Planner. I'll have the link for you in the show notes. Use it to write out your goals, write out your prayer requests, celebrate your wins, map out those next steps, plan out your weeks leading up to the end of the year to help you finish your year strong and get you set up for 2026. And friend, if this episode has encouraged you, would you please share it with another friend who needs a reminder that she doesn't have to coast, that she can finish strong too? Let's choose faith over fear, gratitude over grumbling, and purpose over passivity. Friend, let's finish the year anchored in hope, anchored in joy, and anchored with purpose.